we had to sacrifice so much in the childhood.
Hello guys, welcome. This is Alicia and we are back with another Black History project. So today we have a very special guest. Her name is Erica Santos. And the reason why I say very is because Erica has helped support us with this project from beginning till end. So Erica is a teaching assistant. She also has many talents. She's an actor. She's also has a passion for filmmaking, or has been forced to have a passion for filmmaking. Welcome, Erica.
Hello, Alicia. Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. So, Erica, I feel like we just need to get straight into it because there's so many questions I want to ask you. So you are of Angolan heritage, right? Now you're in the UK, but also you was raised in Portugal, right? And so you spent a lot of your time in hospitality, and then you had a passion for acting, so you went into that. So there's many talents that you have. But what I really want to ask you is, like, share a bit about your roots, about your journey, about your heritage. Where did it all begin for you?
Okay, so I was born in Portugal, and then as a baby I was taken to Angola. And that's where I stayed until I was around 5. Then back to Portugal, where I lived until I was around 20 when I moved. 20? 22.
Okay.
No, I'm nearly 35, 25.
Okay.
Math. When I moved to England, I would say I had a nice childhood. Initially, I was in a place where I'm very different from everyone.
Right.
But at the same time, I could relate to them because it's where I grew up in.
Right.
And then in Portugal, there was diversity as well. So I could feel included. And at the same time, is this really where I belong?
Right.
But I think my turnaround was during teenage years, where I wanted to straighten my hair because I didn't like to take care of this hair because it's a full mess.
Right.
But then I started loving it, and yeah, around that, yeah.
So you talked about how you was in one environment and you felt really different, and then you was in another environment in Portugal and you felt like, did you really belong? So tell me what that was about for you.
So in Angola, even though I was very different from everyone else, I felt included.
Okay.
It's what I used to know.
Right.
And then in Portugal, it was slightly different, where I didn't feel like, do I really belong here? I would ask myself that. Yeah.
So, I want to really speak about, obviously, you talking about the narratives that you had growing up. So one of the key things that we speak about on this project specifically is reclaiming narratives. So tell me, what were some of the narratives that you heard in the communities, particularly in Angola and in Portugal, about yourself?
So about myself, I didn't really have proper narratives, I would say, but surrounding me, I could hear a lot of it. So it kind of enters you, but I think I have a good brain to say that's really not true.
What were some of those narratives?
So how to explain this? So my dad, in Angola,
right,
we had maids,
right?
And the way he spoke with them, it wasn't very nice.
Okay.
My dad has a lighter skin like I do. The maids didn't.
Right.
And he always had a very authoritative, I'm in command thing.
Right.
My mom, on the other hand, because she's not as light skin as we are, she would treat them with a lot of respect. She would sit the maids on the table with them. She would eat food with them. While my dad was they don't belong on the table. And seeing those two perspectives from the different people. I'm not sure if it's because they were maids, if because it was of their skin, but I did see a lot of people light the skin, just treating them like they're no good. And I couldn't understand why, because they treat me so nicely. Like, we've always had good times, so I couldn't understand why they would treat them like that. So it's not like a narrative,
But it's,
but it's
you saw.
things that you put in your head, and it's like, I don't understand. Why do they have like this sense of superiority? They're not just because they pay them money. Like, it didn't make sense in my head.
So was Keith's, skin color, was it a theme growing up in your childhood? Was it quite clear that you was fairer skinned in your family in comparison to your siblings and the people around you?
I looked adopted.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a picture that you shared with us, and I think we had a conversation, and you said, "Don't I look adopted?" And I said, "No," but you said, "I look adopted."
Yeah, because
talk to me about that.
Like, I mean, I obviously I don't remember because I was a baby, but my mom would tell me stories. For example, taking me to the doctor, and then started looking behind my ears,
See if
like
the
looking
colour's
on my
coming through.
nails, see if I had any darkness coming. She said, "This baby doesn't have any dark roots."
Yes.
Like trying to say that my mom like kidnapped me or something.
Okay.
Like, that's not nice.
Okay. So as you got older, did you notice? Was it something that you were aware of, or was it just something that you never thought about ever again, kind of thing?
I never thought about it because it's my mom. It's what I
Right.
know. It's my family. Even if I was adopted, she raised me so well.
Very well.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna start talking about my mom, or I'm gonna start crying.
It's all right.
But she, even though she had to sacrifice so much in her childhood, even though she went through so many hardships, like the life she's been through, and the way that she raised us, like I take my hat off to her because it's not easy.
No.
Not at all.
Right.
So, from everything I know, she could say, "No, Erica, actually, you're adopted." I'm like, "Okay, Mom, I love you. It's okay. I don't mind." Because she's...
I see that motherhood is like a sensitive subject for you. Is that because you're a mum yourself and you understand how hard it actually is to be a mum?
Yeah.
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
You've got a beautiful son, and you should be very, very proud. I want to, I think let's switch gears a little bit because I think I'm getting a bit deep with you.
You're getting emotional as well.
No. Motherhood is also like a touchy subject for me as well, because I understand how much of an effort and a challenge it can be. And I understand the importance of, uplifting mums, which is why I created an organisation to do that. Because I don't think people understand the silent struggles that we go to sleep with. And then we have to wake up and be mum, despite the fact of all the things that we're going through. So salute to you, and absolutely salute to your mum. Okay, so let's talk about you. You've gone to Angola, you're in Portugal, then you made your way to the UK. So talk to me about what that was like in terms of you coming to the UK. Was there any differences that you observed growing, like, in comparison to being in Angola and Portugal? Was there something that you thought, okay, this is new?
So, being in UK, so initially I came because I needed to find stability for myself. In Portugal, you can't have stability on your own. You either live with your parents, or you live with someone, or you make a lot of money. Okay, so you have the three, but I couldn't make a lot of money. I didn't go to university. Working in a restaurant, I wouldn't have any life. And having a child and working a lot of hours doesn't really match, because then who's raising the child?
Right.
We've put the child in the world. We are the responsibility. So we need to be the ones to be there for them. The grandparents can help, but it's not right. They had ill children, so we should be the ones to step up. The dad didn't help,
Okay.
as you can imagine, because we had to separate. So when we separated, we were living together. We separated, went to my mom. Okay, this can't be like this. I'm going to England, but he didn't let me bring my son straight away. So I came just to work, gain stability, and maybe at some point I can convince him to bring the child over.
Right.
Which he did.
Okay.
Which we did, and he's here now. But being in England, there's in terms of monetary, because that's mostly why I came.
Right.
There's a huge difference. Okay, the living costs are higher as well, but what you get paid, it balances it out. In Portugal, if you're getting 700 a month, your rent might be 500. What are you going to do with 200?
Raising a child at that, yeah.
You can't. And in terms of child costs, like childcare, not childcare, what you get from the government to help with having children, it doesn't help either. You get nickels in a way. So that was my objective, to come here, get stability, get my own place, and bring him over. And I feel like once I brought him over, I feel like England just like held me like a baby, like we got you.
Oh, I love that.
Because when we, as single moms, when we have struggles, the government in England is like, we got you, don't worry. If they threw you bad, it's okay, we got you. So I feel like England is really like a mother to us as well.
Right.
And yeah, it's...
Okay.
I couldn't have this in Portugal. That's why I'm here still. Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsors, Arts Council England, Fashion Afrique, and Anais Art. Without you, none of this would be possible. You truly have helped to keep our vision and our mission going. Also, if you're an individual or organisation that would like to collaborate with us and you believe in collaboration over competition, then email us at blackhistoryproject2025@gmail.com. So, I mean, that must have been really, really hard for you. It sounds like, you know, you're still kind of processing some of the things, but it must have been like really, really hard for you kind of to have to leave Portugal, go work, be pretty much separated from your child, your only son, right? So what was that like when you're kind of in that mode? Okay, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to get my son over here. I'm going to make sure that he's with mommy at some point. Like, what was that like for you?
It took me back to my parents as well, because at some point they couldn't be present because they were making money somewhere else. And it just it showed me that everybody needs to do sacrifices for the better good
of their children. Right. Yeah.
And at some point, my child was suffering in terms of having to get to nursery, because he stayed with the grandmother, right, on the dad's side.
Right.
So let's imagine Wolverhampton, Birmingham. Yeah, let's imagine that. So nursery's in Birmingham. Grandmother lives in Wolverhampton. She needs to leave in the morning around 6 to take him to Birmingham, where she works. So the dad picks him up to take him to nursery, and then at 6 p.m. the grandfather is picking him up from nursery to take him to grandmother to take the child back to Wolverhampton, like at 10 p.m. So 3-4-year child is going through this every day. That even the child had to go through sacrifices because I couldn't be present, because I was trying to get stability for him, like I have today. And it wasn't easy for him. It wasn't easy for me being here either. I will have to forget of the fact that he's not here and just focus on work constantly. So, you know, it's not easy.
Came with a lot of mum guilt, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about sacrifices. Sometimes we have to make them and we feel guilty about making them, but we know that, like you said, it's for the greater good. One of the things that I love about you is, like, you are multi-talented, multifaceted. And I really admire that about you. And I think that you really contributed quite greatly to this project. So I think if we switch gears and we talk about your contribution to this project. So tell me how it was from the very beginning. How did your sister kind of get you on board and say, this is what I want you to do? And then you just kind of went full steam ahead and you just went for it. And a lot of this has happened because of you.
So I've always tried to support my sister the best way that I could. Because she's always not in terms of creativeness, but anytime I needed a hand, she would give me her hand. Like when I came over here, I went to her place, for example. So I always felt like I need to give back the best way that I can, because even though I look like a great person, I'm sometimes not that good. And because I know I fail, and because I know I have flaws, what I can give, I try my best to. So in terms of her book as well, whenever we had to go places, and she would say, Erica, I might need this. I'm there. Don't worry. If she was feeling negative, oh, this is not going well. No, you have to be positive. And then she's actually like, getting positive about it. With the project, it was the same thing. She's like, oh, Eric, I'm planning to do this. She didn't even like go too long. It's like, yeah, I'm there. Don't worry. When you need me, what days? Oh, actually, I'm thinking that maybe we could like take some pictures. Yeah, it's okay. I'll take some pictures of the background. That's fine. Oh, we could do a documentary. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah, you could record and then you could make it as well. Me. I've never done that before. You can do it. It's fine.
Yeah, your sister is one of those people, and she's
hypes
done
you
it to me, right? She's done it, and I have to be honest with you. Sometimes it works because I've got to be real. The reason why I'm sat in this chair is because Aria hyped me up, right? She said, "You never interviewed before. You're going to interview me." And ever since then, I've been interviewing people. So it really, I guess she sees things in people, sees their potential. And she really is a powerful voice that kind of pushes you to be your best self.
Yeah.
And it's quite clear that sisterhood is important to you guys. And I think that's extremely beautiful. So let's talk about the picture, because this is one of my favorite pictures. My favorite. I love it. I just love it. I think I say to Darren all the time, that's one of my favorites, So talk to me about like how it felt to see yourself represented in this way. Obviously your journey spanned from Angola to Portugal, then you're in the UK. You've obviously been through your challenges with your son, and now you're in this particular image in one of the largest libraries in the UK, if not the largest. How did that feel for you?
So the fact that I was actually somewhere, it was like, wow, I'm famous. I mean, not really, but wow, I'm famous. But I do remember like being young and dressing up in different outfits that I would find around the house and going on a mirror like, oh, I look so nice. Wow, like I would put like a skirt on my head that looked like straight hair. Oh, wow, I look so cool. So, and I've done some modeling as well, but it's never been like on an art gallery or in a library or in a university or part of an actual event. Because we were on an event in the University of Wolverhampton as well. And that was amazing. And I felt like, wow, I'm here and this is so cool. So I feel really happy. Like, I feel, wow, yay, it's me. Look, Mom, I'm on this.
It's a full circle moment, surely. Full circle.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You also was behind the scenes a lot, right? What a lot of people don't know is that, Erica was behind the scenes, making sure that everybody was where they needed to be, making sure that everybody was doing what they needed to do. So where do you get that from?
I think that's my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. Because my mom and her way to talk to people and make them feel comfortable and like this is your home. She does that a lot. Like all the big meals we will have, it will be at our place. If it's not at our place, she'll be cooking the food and bringing it over to someone else's place. And even in Angola, they would even call her sometimes Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Oh. Yeah, because she will be so giving and like so kind and so generous and like taking care of the whole people around her, honestly. She will have older nephews than her. They're not even blood related, but it's like a thing of respect. We call auntie or uncle, right? Yes. So because she was so nice to her community, they would call auntie, and they will be older. Yeah. And I think that came from her, like her kindness, her gentleness.
I love that. And your sister has it too, so clearly it's within the family. Yeah. So another thing I wanted to ask you about, because you was behind the scenes, you created a documentary, right? And for those of you that don't know, there's a documentary that's going to be coming through real soon. It's the Black History Project documentary, and it's pretty much everything from start to beginning, how it began, and right up until this very moment. So talk me through a little bit about that.
Not this moment.
Not this moment, not the podcast moment, but to the galleries, to the exhibitions themselves. Yes.
Because we didn't know this was going to happen.
No, we didn't. And we didn't know a lot of things was going to happen, to be honest. We're just going with it and it's working.
Yeah, and I think I need to update the documentary now. No, it was a lot of work, to be fair, because I think she only had the idea of the documentary after the first session.
Okay.
because I was doing all the recordings. He said, you know, Erica, we could do a documentary about this. And I'm thinking, but do I even have enough material to do the documentary? So on the second session, I was like recording even more. I was recording the front of the shop. I was making sure that I had enough material for everyone, that the pictures from Darren were good as well.
Yeah.
And then when I started building it up, like the images are just getting in my head. Okay, so documentary needs a beginning, a middle, and an end, but I only have the middle. So I need to get the beginning. So I went to the document that she sent us on the email, like explaining everything that we're doing.
Right. The actual proposal of what's going to be happening and what the project's about.
Like
right.
about the narratives and who did it. So I got that for the beginning. And then the story, how she was telling it on all the selfies that she was doing. And she sent me thousands of them, but details. I had to go through town as well, recording the gallery. I had to reenact the story with Mr. Zeal as well.
Okay.
So it's me, my little hand is there instead of her talking with him. But it was a really nice experience.
Okay, great.
I would work on it like 1-2 hours per day.
Okay. I remember you was exhausted.
After looking at it so much, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And then sending the questions to people as well, for them to answer about how the photo shoot made them feel. It was a lot of work, but you know what, when I finished it and when I looked at it, it's not professional at all because I don't have the skills.
It looks professional.
That's what you said.
I don't know what you're talking about because I've seen it. It looks good.
But there's no correction on the videos, like in terms of color balance. But it's a documentary, so
right.
And I don't have those skills.
It looks good.
Okay, thank you.
So let's just leave it at that. It looks good.
I'm happy with the result. Okay, even though I am aware that it's not professional as it should be. I am happy with the results.
Right.
I feel accomplished. I feel proud about it.
Wonderful. Okay. I think one of the things that this project has done is it's highlighted other people's strengths, and I'm glad to know that that's a strength that is highlighted for you. So, you know, I think one day there's going to be a young lady that looks at you and she's going to be curly-haired, light-coloured eyes, fair-skinned, and she's going to be looking at you as somebody who looks like me, right? You represent, because one of the things we don't talk about is black comes in all different shades of colours, right? Yeah. And so I think sometimes what happens is when you're fairer skinned, you feel like you don't fit in. When you're darker skinned, you don't fit in. It's like a whole internal battle that some of us have. I know sometimes I had it, right? Because I had cousins that were like beautifully like chocolatey black, and I was like, oh, I want to be like them. Right? But the truth is you just got to embrace who you are. Yeah. So, you know, what would be your last and final words to any young girls that are kind of going through some of the challenges that you've experienced, maybe with your identity or possibly just challenges as a mother as a whole? Is there any final words that you want to give?
You will eventually find your people.
Love that. That's it.
You will eventually find your people.
Okay. Because
we are surrounded by people. Okay, and I'm not even thinking about skin. Cause I don't see skin. Yeah. I see skeleton. Because we're all walking skeletons if you think about it. Sometimes we prosthetics. You know what I mean.
I hear what you're saying.
But the right people, and the people we find, they don't care about the outside. They care about your heart. And eventually we find that people. And when you find them, don't let them leave. Lock them up. Don't let them
joking.
Leave.
This is her sense of humor. No, I think that's good.
Keep them close. Because if they're good to you, that's really important.
Right.
Like the kindness, the heart that they portray to you. Just keep them close.
Love that. Thank you so much, Erica. So we'll leave it at that. You will find your people. If you would like to connect with us at any point, please look at the information in the description box below. But until then, take care, be blessed, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.